Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market, and before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and you want to support the channel, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. So before we get started, we do have some earnings coming out this week, starting with Verizon on Monday morning. And then we got Tuesday morning Spotify, UPS, GE, GM, Coca-Cola. And then right after closing, we do have big earnings from Tesla, Google, Visa, Capital One. And then on Wednesday, AT&T, Ford, AAA, IBM. So it's a jam-packed week, guys. Definitely you're going to see a lot more volatility here in this market this week. So if you want to take a screenshot, go ahead and do that. And what we got here on stock market? Well, Dow is down 0.93%, Nasdaq continued to go down another 0.81%, S&P also down 0.71%, and Russell finally going down 0.5%. And here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500 for the day on Friday. On top, leading the way, healthcare, utilities, so definitely a risk-off move. And look at here on bottom, technology taking a beating, energy, financial, consumer cyclical, basic materials, industrials, consumer defensive. Now, week-to-date performance right here, you can see risk-off move also here. On top, leading the way, real estate, financial, energy, industrials, consumer defensive. On bottom, look at the beating technology took, guys, down over 5%. So what's happening here on stock market map, and I'm running this for the week, and you can see financial right here guys, JPM up, Bank of America up, Wells Fargo up, BRK, all are up. Even some of these regional banks are up except Schwab, which I think that is a dip buying opportunity. Well, look at the mess right here. AMD down almost 17%, AMU down 14%, QCOM down 8%, Nvidia down almost 9%, Microsoft going down almost 4%. And when was the last time we saw that? Well, look at crowd right here, down 18%. Apple down almost 3%. Google almost 4%. Meta over 4%. Amazon almost 6%. And Tesla going down 3.64%. And then we got energy also going up. You can see XOM up 2.5%. And Chevron also up over 2%. So definitely a completely risk-off move here in the market last week, and we'll see how the market reacts to these earnings that are coming out this week. On SPY ETF, it's down 0.66%, and you can see right on my screen, yes, we're on a daily downtrend on SPY ETF. Now, on this weekly time frame, what we got as a candle structure, we definitely have a big bearish engulfing candle. We got up to a brand new all-time high and pretty much closing at the low of the day on Friday, and that's not looking too hot going into next week. Also, for the first time in a long time, we actually closed under rising 5-week moving average, which is sitting at 550 and some change. Now, if you look at this daily time frame, guys, next week there will be resistance at right here 550 to 551, and SPY can clear that, then watch out for a move and possibly a breakout to go all the way up to 556, and over that you're going to see this gap getting filled on top 562. But as long as we remain under, I would say 551 right here to 550, and this downtrend is intact, then watch out for more dump off down to 543. That's gonna be the next stop, and below that 538, and then this massive gap 537. And here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing here on X, is totally free, and you can always ask me a question if you have right here on X. And here's some ballistic trade ideas from Friday, guys. First one was on Amazon, and you can see 9:30 a.m. right at opening, Amazon was trading at 180, got calls 185, and what happened? Same day expiration. By 9:35, it was up almost 200%. Massive gains right here on this one. Took profit and ran because same day expiration cannot hold, right? But who would not take 100 to 200% profit in just 5 minutes? Imagine you putting in like, I'm not even saying 10 grand. Let's say you put in $1,000 here. It's 2 grand, right? within 5 minutes, who would not take this profit? Now, I know a lot of you guys are not into options, but look at this trade idea right here. And this is actually the second time on Starbucks. I actually got in here on July 1st, 300 shares, and this thing was dumping really hard. And what we got last 2 days, especially on Friday, exploded. Sold my shares for a nice profit. So all these trade ideas, and I'm talking about really serious people, guys. If you're only serious, then check out my Patreon. And if you're looking, just shopping around, then this is not it. This is probably not for you. You need to do some shopping around somewhere else. Only for serious people. If you're serious about trading and you want to make money and you want to get all these analysis, and especially each position that I get into, live trading, and anything that you need to become a better trader, then this Patreon is for you. And if you want to support the channel, check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. On Triple Q, it's down 0.89%, so it's been selling off after this big bearish engulfing candle. And you guys saw that thumbnail just a couple days ago where I actually put out this candle and I said if this thing breaks the range, then we're going higher. But if this thing breaks under this range, we're definitely going lower here on NASDAQ 100. And I think we picked, to go lower down here on NASDAQ 100 here on Triple Q. And now down to 474 almost on Friday. Now, definitely on a daily downtrend until this thing breaks over, I would say 487. Then watch out for a move up to 491 to even 493 to close this gap on top. Until then, if this thing cannot break over 478, watch out for continuation, possibly down to this gap 468 next week, early as next week, maybe even Monday. But also at that point, I would not be shorting something like Triple Q. And you can see it's getting really closer to a lower Bollinger Band down here, which is at 469. We have 50-day moving average at 470 and the gap at 468. So this is not a good zone to short until you see a bounce. And then maybe if you want to short, you can go ahead and short Triple Q, but not right now. Definitely you're shorting into the hole on this sell-off and you can get caught. If this thing snaps back up, you're going to lose a lot of money. Just like when I said, don't go long here because that is the worst time to go long here on top. And just thinking about going another 10-20% up from here, what happened here, guys? 5-6% down immediately in just a matter of how many days? 4 days. So yes, the market can actually go down even more as long as this downtrend is intact right here on Triple Q and also on SPY ETF. On DIA, it's down 0.88%. So what's unfortunate, and I'm kicking myself because I actually had a lot of puts that I bought on Thursday on DIA. I did take profit and I did say that in my video before, I'm out of it. But look at the dump off this thing actually took, guys. I got in at 411, added more. And then I took profit at 408, 407. And then there is another $5 dump off. That is just unreal. This could have been another easily $30,000-$40,000 profit that I had and I could have made, but unfortunately, when you buy and you short a lot of things and you take a lot of position in the market, you need to just trim and take profit because you never know what's going to happen with this market. It can go higher, definitely, I'm not denying that. And that is why when you see profit, you take it because we could see a pop back up to the upside. And now I see a lot of people are thinking about shorting, things in the market and thinking about a crash. Well, we're definitely not crashing. So don't get me wrong. We're not crashing yet. It's just on a daily downtrend and things are just selling off because everything was really overextended, not only on daily time frame, weekly, monthly, pretty much everywhere, right? And now we are getting some sell-off. So yes, that can continue, but that is definitely, I would not give this sell-off a name like crash. It's not crashing, guys. Now, on DIA, there is going to be a strong support around 401 to 400. And we got that already on Friday, 401.95, previous all-time high. As long as that holds, we might see a bounce back up to the upside. And if that happens, the next resistance here on DIA will be at 403.52 and over that 406.72 up to this 5-day moving average. And over that, definitely we're going back into all-time highs again. Now, if this thing cannot actually break and hold right here, 403.52, then watch out for a dump off down to 400. And if that gives up, this was a fake breakout, and we will see a lot more downside, possibly down to 396, 393, and then maybe even come down and retest these lows down here. That's going to be around 384. On IWM, it's down 0.5%, and what's unfortunate that, I've been hearing a lot of people talking about IWM going to 250, and we're not getting a pullback anytime soon. And immediately, how much this thing gave up? 226 down to 215. Just count how much this thing gave up in last 2 days, not even 3, 2 days. That is why when you get overly bullish, you're going to lose money buying something like this on top. I was calling this breakout before, right here inside this wedge. If you got in here at 200, we bought so many times, even on this short position right here on IWM. I've been playing IWM for last maybe 8-9 months straight, pretty much buying the dip, not shorting it ever. This is the only time I shorted, and the first one did not go too well, but then I shorted right here at 220, added more. And then I'm still holding a mini position on IWM, and those are green. Up big right here, over 50%. So IWM, just because this thing went up, you cannot chase this and say, hey, I think it's going to 250, I'm going to buy here. That is a big no-no, guys. And I see a lot of people actually doing that. And talking about 250, you have to look at the technicals. They might not work immediately, but you have to trust the process. You have to trust the technical analysis. And if you're trusting that, you're going to make money always, and you're not going to make those bad mistakes like people are doing and buying 250 calls on IWM and thinking about, oh, I'm already thinking it's going to 250 in a month. Well, now you can see, this thing crashed pretty much in just 2 days, gave up over $10. So now I think as long as IWM actually stays under 218 to 220, these are going to be resistance level to watch. 218 and then 220 on IWM. Under that level, there is a good chance we come back, just like DIA, retest this high as a support and the breakout, and this gap will get filled at 211. So watch out for that. To the upside, resistance at 218, the gap will find, we will find resistance at the gap right here, 218, and over that, rising 5-day moving average, 220. And if we can clear all that and can hold above 220, then definitely IWM going back up to 225. And over that, then we can talk about going up to all-time highs again. And then maybe you can buy those 250 calls, but not under 225. On VIX, it's up 3.70%. So this thing continued to move higher. And look at this, guys. Almost 18. We got over 17. We saw a bit of a rejection, and look at this rising 5-day moving average now close to 15. So if there is any pullback next week, maybe this thing comes back and would retest $15 as a support. Watch out. As long as that holds, I think this thing can move up to 18, and over 18 you're going to see $20. And we talked about it before, that Bollinger Bands are squeezing on this daily time frame. We have not seen that before. I think the last time we have actually seen that, it was right here. And it wasn't that bad right here, but still we saw a big spike. But this thing can spike and can go up even higher, especially when you see something like this. These two Bollinger Bands, upper and lower, squeezing VIX right here. And look at what happened immediately. Explosive move to the upside. And that is why when this thing is down here and people talk about extremely bullish, it just technicals, guys. Nobody's saying that, market will crash and all that. Nobody wants that. But you got to look at the technicals. You cannot just become a big bull, especially when market is extremely high and this thing is getting crushed. When this thing is up like 30, 40 bucks, maybe even 20, yes, you can talk about buying the dips because, that is when market is pulling back. But you're chasing at all-time highs and talking about, it's going higher. I'm going to buy high and sell even higher. That is a big no-no. And a lot of people are doing that, and I hate to see people lose money that way. Can't chase anything, guys. We have to, look at the technicals, and if they're not suggesting, that you should go in, you should just wait. I'm not saying go in short. You can wait. for a better dip if you want to buy into this market, but chasing is the worst thing you can do, and that can actually hurt your account, and you can blow up your account by chasing. So here on VIX, 15 bucks, strong support to watch. But if this thing can actually hold above 15, watch out for continuation up to 18, and then 20 bucks and over 20. I mean, we might see a pretty decent sell-off here in this market. Under 15, you will see the market going back up, and this was a fake breakout on VIX. This thing will come down all the way down to 14 to 13 bucks again. So the dollar was also going up on Friday, 0.18%, and we need to get above 104.48 and over that 105, and if that happens, this thing should move back up to 106 easily. Now this could be a dead cat bounce. We might come up to, I would say, 105, gets a rejection and then goes down, so watch out for that here on dollar. But if this thing pushes even higher up to 105, that can put a lot more pressure on S&P 500, and in that case we're going to see more selling next week. Now there will be support right down here at 104.20, 5-day moving average, and below that 103.58 right here on dollar. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated Monday.